Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome to Actors Daily Bread, episode 71. Woo, 71. Yes, let me move this back. This is Actors Daily Bread. Today I'm talking about, for the next 5 days, you're in for a special treat because I'm talking about following through. I'm talking about finishing what you start. So for those of you watching, tonight is just not for actors. You know, I know there's a lot of non-actors who watch this, which is totally awesome. But specifically for the next 5 days, I'm going to be teaching you something that I came up with that works for me and all of my clients, and it's called the follow-through formula. And let me know if you can hear me, by the way. I have a mic on today, and thank you to everybody who tuned in yesterday and commented. I don't see any comments. I just want to check. Who let me know that it was okay that I kept my air conditioner on and I don't have to sweat bullets for you. I might still sweat, but we're gonna get to the meat of this issue. First and foremost, I want to say what's up to my replay watchers. What's up, replay watchers? Love you guys, and thank you everyone who's watching live. But again, this is Actors Daily Bread, and today I'm talking about following through. So what is this about? Have you ever found yourself not finishing what you start? And please, if you can't hear me, I don't see any comments. That bothers me on this phone. I need one person to just say hello in real time. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, but I know you're watching. I just need to know. So anyway, you know how I'll speak from the heart. I'll speak from myself. There have been many times where I have so many things I want to do, so many passion projects, so many ideas. My to-do list is yay long, and I don't always get it done. And that was a problem for me for years and years and years, and to the point where I had to just figure out a system that would help me finish projects that I wanted to start. But I also had to embrace that not everything needed or deserved to be finished. So the follow-through formula is something that I came up with that started to help me actually finish the things that I intend to. Hi, thank you, Kasim. Okay, you can hear me. Woo! It takes that first person to let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. But if you ever struggle with finishing what you start, if you're looking around your house, feeling like you have a bunch of unfinished projects, and that kind of starts to stress you out a little bit on the inside, then for the next 5 days, I want you to join me whenever I pop on, and I'm going to teach you my follow-through formula. And so tonight is step number 1, or what I call strategy number 1. And to me, this is kind of the hardest strategy. So whether you're an actor, an entrepreneur, a 9-to-5er, it doesn't matter. There are things in your life that I know you want. There are things that I know that you wish you could finish, and it bugs you, it gives you anxiety, it makes you frustrated. And honestly, look, I'm speaking from experience. When I look around and see that there are projects and things that I haven't finished that I wish I would do, it starts to kind of work on my confidence. It kind of starts to work on my self-esteem, because it's like, dang, I didn't finish those last 3 projects. What makes me think I can finish this? You know, I hear that a lot, like when I'm teaching a course, have a new course that I'm launching and things like that, and people are like, I don't know if this is going to work for me because I never finished anything. So I want to just help you out with that. And so step number 1 is decide what you want. What do you want? Now you may think, Christine, duh, I want $1 million, right? But that's a really hard question. And just to give you a little backstory, before I really started focusing in on actors, for a long time I started as a health coach. If you don't know that, years ago I started as a health coach. Then I started doing just women's retreats and classes. Shout out to Michelle Bernard, who I used to do retreats with. And, that would be one of the first questions I would ask the women in my workshops. What do you want? What do you want? And without a doubt, it'd be like, well, I want my kids to do this and my husband to do this. And maybe it was always about somebody else. And I found, even for myself, and maybe for you watching, give me an amen, yeah, that's me, or something. Give me a comment below if you can relate. But I found that this is one of the hardest questions to answer. What do I want? Because we're so used to waking up. We wake up, we get in the car, we sit in traffic, we go to work, we get the kids dressed, go to school, go to our job. If you're an actor, I'm memorizing 3 scripts today. I'm doing all this stuff. And it comes down to, what do I want? What does quality of life look like to me? So whether you're an actor or an entrepreneur or a 9-to-5er, mom, dad, it doesn't matter. It's important that you decide and start thinking about what it is you truly want. Because here's the thing. Thank you. Hey, Charity. Here's the thing. A lot of us are just moving day to day, letting the day take us instead of us taking the day. You know what I mean? So we're just going. We're surviving. And that's what happens when we look up and be like, shit, 3 years have gone by? Like, what have I done? So it's a hard question, but that is step 1 in this formula. So for the next 5 days, this is what I'm going to be talking about, the follow through formula. Because I know for a fact, I don't even know you right now. I don't know who's watching me, but I know you have projects that are unfinished. You have books that are not written, scripts that are not written, stories that are untold, businesses that have not been launched. You're robbing people of your gift right now because you have not finished something that you said you wanted to finish. But I want you to also hear this piece as well. It's okay if everything doesn't get finished. I'm going to say that again. It's okay if everything doesn't get finished. What needs to get finished are the things that will matter most. And so you have to actually do some inventory and say, man, I've been working on this and this, but you know what? I don't even want to do that. I don't even want that. And so then we have to ask a deeper question. Where did this idea come from? What made me think I had to get this done? A prime example is books. Books are a great example in my life. That's how they show up. I love to read. I'm a bookworm all day, all night. But I will be reading, honestly, I will read 3 to 5 books at a time. By my nightstand is just stacks of books. And so to someone looking from the outside looking in, it'd be like, Christine, you never finish a book, which is untrue. I do finish books. But I have moods. In the morning, I like to read spiritual books, things that are filled with personal development that will help me grow. Midday, if I'm going to read, I like to read things that are more like textbooks, where I'm really learning strategy. Maybe in the evening, instead of watching television, I'm not a big television person, I want to read fiction or a novel. I might be listening to a webinar for all I know. So from the outside, it looks like, wow, you're never finishing anything. So that may relate to you in different areas of your life. Are you getting outside influences affecting what it is that you do? Are you afraid that, wow, it just looks like I'm not doing anything, but I know I'm really busy. I know that my mind needs this, this, and this, or I know that for my day to feel productive, I need to do X, Y, and Z. A lot of us are really affected by outside sources. Some of them are in your own house, which is really hard. So you have to do the inventory. You have to decide what needs to get done. And the reason why I'm staying on this what do you want part is because, and I'll give another example without revealing who said it. It was at one of my retreats, and I asked all the women in the room what it is that they wanted. And I told them to just imagine anything, like it could be a new house, it could be a car, it could be a ring, it could be clothes, it didn't matter. And one woman, she said she wanted a new car, right? And so I was trying to get her to explain to me more about the car. And because the car that she wanted in her brain didn't exist to her physically, like she hadn't seen one like that before, it was really hard for her. It almost became kind of emotional for her to accept that's what she wanted. How many things in life are there that you want that you just don't allow yourself to want because you just haven't seen the proof of it yet? I want you to allow yourself to want things even if you have not seen the proof of it in your life yet. Even if you have not seen the proof of it in your friend's life, your best friend's life, your mom, your dad's life. Allow yourself. I think that's what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way. Allow yourself to want whatever the hell it is that you want. And once you have that, that is step 1 in following through. That is the difference between you staying up all night working on a project because you just are so passionate versus you procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating. I used to deal a lot with goal setting, and shout out to Bianca and Pam and Tisha and Jamie, people who have taken my Goal Getter Boot Camp in the past. And that's something we always tackle. We tackle the procrastination and why am I not getting this done? So I'm about to wrap. I know this is a different kind of Actors Daily Bread, but I know at the end of the day, actors, yeah, that's something that we do, but we're still human. So whether you're an actor or an entrepreneur or a mom or a dad who, wants just something more, I want you to really just consider the things. Why am I procrastinating on this project? I know, I'm going to say this one last thing and then I'm going to go. I know for me, how procrastination shows up is for scripts. When I get an audition that I'm not crazy about, I'm not psyched about, I don't love the character, I don't love the project, and part of my brain is like, you need the work, take the work. Then the other part of my brain is like, girl, you don't like this part. So you know what I do? I just procrastinate. I don't study it. I just kind of put it off. I put it off. And I'm like, I'll tell my husband, I don't know why I'm putting this off. And I know why, because I don't want it. So the question is, what do you want? Because let me tell you this, when a project shows up on my desk that is just oozing with character and juiciness and potential, I'm trying to tape it that day. You can't tell me I can't tape it that day. So there's a difference. So what are those things in your life? What are those juicy roles? What are those juicy moments in your life versus the things that you're not too crazy about? All right? I want you to think about that. That is step number 1 of the follow-through formula. Stay tuned with me for the next 4 days. We're going to go over the next 4 parts. And so I want you to see how you can incorporate this into your life, into your acting career, into if you're an actor building a business. It doesn't matter what it is. There are things in your life I know you want, and you are not living to your fullest potential because you're letting things stop you. It's procrastination. It's fear. It's unworthiness. It's so layered. But that's step 1. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is Actors Daily Bread, episode 71. Can you believe it? I think I'm going to do something really special for episode 100. But if you are an actor and you're not part of the Hollywood Bound Actors Facebook group, click the link above. Just put Hollywood Bound Actors in the Facebook search bar and you will find us. An awesome community of actors who will support you and everything that you want to do. But also, leave a comment below, whether you're watching live or the replay. All my replay watchers know I respond to every single comment. So leave a comment. Let me know where you were watching from. It truly helps me to know where you are in the world. And also, don't be shy. I know a lot of you watch me, and I'm so grateful, but a lot of you watch, you lurk. Y'all lurk in the sidelines. Y'all be like, you don't want to let me know you're watching me. And I don't get that, but I want you to know that I am here. And if you have a question, if you have a request, please let me know. I would love requests. I need to know what it is you want to learn. I need to know what it is that you need help with. I know for a fact that the stuff that I teach in all these Actors Daily Bread videos, this is not stuff I've ever gotten in an acting class. This is just from my real life, from my experiences. So I know that the stuff that I'm giving you is just a little unorthodox, but it's the real. It's what happens when you actually go out into this world, into this craft. So if there is a question, it doesn't matter how weird it sounds. If you feel weird about posting it publicly, just hit me in my inbox. Okay? I'm going to go spend some time with my loved ones. Have an amazing night. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I'm Christine Horn, and I will see you tomorrow.